What's going on, everybody? As y'all can see on the graphic, we're going to have a good show. I thank y'all for sticking with me. I know it's a little late. I know normally I go on Wednesday night, but we're going to do a special Thursday night edition of Titans and Truth. And we see some people already came up in here. And so we finna get ready to get started right now. Y'all make sure y'all go ahead, hit them like buttons. And also make sure you spread the word. Spread the word and let everybody know that this show has started. So I want y'all to share it to all the Facebook pages, all the Titan Facebook pages, whether it's in Houston, California, in Arizona, Florida, Illinois, Timbuktu, I don't care. Make sure y'all let them know what's going on and let them know that Titans and Truth is on the air. Let's get it popping. Let's get Titans up. Titans up.
I've been scoping from the sideline, waiting for the right time to sing the freshest team in scrimmage. So I'm busting y'all. Welcome to the we got this hit. Don't worry about it. We got this hit. Music city so out your life. Don't worry about it. See, we got this hit. It's a brand new day. It's about to go live. Tighten up. Nashville represent 615. First you tighten two steps, step to the right. Then you tighten two step to the left. Blue jerseys everywhere. Game face, yeah, we got it on. Sticking out our chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Out there. It's about to get her up. Here come the train, y'all. Tennessee, tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Tighten up. Let's get tightened up. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Tighten two steps to the right. Then you tighten two steps to the left. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Sticking out my chest, beating on it like it's King Kong. Third down, come around, we about to shut it down.
Good evening, Titan Nation. What's going on? Welcome into a brand new edition of Titans and Truth. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer, and we are going to have a great show for you this evening. Thank y'all for tuning in on a Thursday edition. And I know we always go live on Wednesday night, but instead I decided to change it up and do it on a Thursday night, mainly because I have to admit I was out celebrating my mother-in-law's birthday yesterday, my mother-in-law's 75th birthday. So that's why there wasn't a show last night. And instead, we got a hot popping show tonight, and we had some breaking news. So tonight was a good night because there's a lot of news about the Tennessee Titans that are going on, and we're finna get right into that. So make sure y'all hit that like button. Y'all know the drill. We're trying to get 25 likes by the end of the show. So I need y'all to smash the heck out of that like button, spread the word, let everybody know what's going on, let everybody know where's the place to be and where to be at, because we finna have us a good old time in Titanland tonight. And as y'all see on the scroll down, make sure y'all follow on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter as we put everything down. So we definitely have a lot going on this show. So again, what's up with everybody? I see some people are starting to file in. I got Cali Boy. True Titan. What's up with you? AZ Mick as usual. And we are going to get to some Clowney news later in the show. Al Pierce, how's it going? Welcome in. Ola Struck, Chris Frazier. My guy is in here. Jameson is in here. Mr. Titan. And yes, we do have a big announcement involving myself, Mr. Titan, and Titan Upload about the Broncos game for kicking off the season. We do have that coming up. Parrish, what's going on? Titans Torch. and everything. So I'm glad everybody's here. Y'all make sure y'all spread the word. Share this out. Share this out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Let everybody know what's going on so they can come on in and enjoy it too. Brandon on Facebook. What's going on, man? Good to see you. Welcome back. Welcome back. And let us get started on this show already as we get to the Titan news, TNT news of the week. And we do have some breaking news. I don't have any of that breaking news music that you normally could play, but we do have some good breaking news on this show. And actually going to pull up the graphic in just a moment so we can talk about it, because it is definitely some big news that we have going on. And I'm trying to find my graphic, but I'm having a little trouble finding it, which I may have to go on and go without it. And that is the news that one Mr. Steven Gostowski is joining the crew. And let's see. There it is. There it is. Just needing to add that in here. And there it is. My God, Mr. Steven Gostowski from the University of Memphis is becoming a new member of the Tennessee Titans. That just broke this morning. Maybe about 7:30 this morning. Steven Gostowski gets signed to the Tennessee Titans, formerly of the New England Patriots. It's a one-year deal worth $2.75 million with a max value of $3.25 million for the season. So they get assurance at the kicker position, and they waive Greg Joseph, which I'm hoping what they'll do, because you got roster cuts coming on Saturday. But what I'm hoping that they're going to do is maybe bring Greg Joseph in on the practice squad. So if something happens with Gostowski, we have a backup insurance policy. But indeed, I like Gostowski. Was the all-time points leader in University of Memphis football history. He's a fellow alum like myself, so I am definitely glad to have Memphis back on the team. So Steven Gostowski is now the newest kicker, and we can tell you, I feel a lot better with him as kicker than with Greg Joseph or Tucker McCann, because it seemed like there was some struggles there with both of those guys. So Steven Gostowski bought a house in Nashville, of course, went to school here in Memphis, grew up in Mississippi, so he's not far from home at all. I definitely like that. George Harry coming in, what's up? Says, just found out we got a kicker. Yes, we do. Paris says, former Memphis Tiger. Yes, it is. I see Mr. Titan is quite excited and everything. And James, you're getting on something we're going to be talking about in a bit. But Steven Gostowski, the newest kicker. So I want to see what y'all think of that move. Steven Gostowski joining us after spending pretty much his entire career in New England, has kicked some game-winning field goals, has won, I want to say, three or four Super Bowl rings. I can't remember. Three Super Bowl rings with the Patriots, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we definitely got better at kicker. We have a more decisive guy at the kicker position. So, I think that's a very, very good thing coming. JJ Waters says, what's up? What's going on? Tighten up. Al Pierce says, I think they're leaning towards placing McCann on the practice squad. Now, that is a valid point, because they cut Greg Joseph and did not cut Tucker McCann. So one of those guys, either Joseph or McCann, is going to end up on the practice squad. But they're probably thinking, you know what? And I heard this on the radio, is that, you know what, Greg, you're a professional. You know, you stuck with us for the last part of the year and all this offseason. We're going to give you a chance to go win a job somewhere else. Somebody else might need a kicker. And then if something doesn't happen, they may bring him back on the practice squad. But if not, Tucker McCann will end up on the practice squad. So, and Mr. Titan says 3. You're right. I was hoping I was right about that. I was hoping I was right with that it was 3 years, not 3 Super Bowls, not 4. So, Steven Gostowski, the newest member of the Tennessee Titans. And I know some people definitely like the experience factor. That Kostowski brings in. He's definitely going to help us in a very, very big way as far as making some big time kicks that we need. AZ Mix says great move, more experience. Definitely. So, congrats. Welcome to the family, Stephen Gostowski. Yes, indeed. But let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it moving as the injury bug has hit a little bit hard in a couple of key spots with the Tennessee Titans team back on Tuesday. As, of course, we had injuries to outside linebacker looking right here to my left, your left. Derek Roberson was carted off the field on Tuesday with an undisclosed injury. Of course, they're not going to report what that injury is just yet, but I haven't heard anything else since then, so it could be a significant injury, which we'll find out more in the coming maybe in the coming days or in the coming weeks at a time. And then also, of course, we had an injury. We also had an injury to one Nate Davis seen here. He was carted off the field as well, but of course, Terry McCormick of Titans Insider, definitely said he was carted off, but it was due to cramps. So it looks like it's not as serious with Nate Davis, but we still don't know yet the extent of the injury. But right now they're saying that it is cramps. So it's not like it's a significant injury or anything like that. So that's actually very good news. But hopefully we'll hear something with Derek Roberson, and hopefully it is not too severe as far as what may have happened with him as well. So, you got a couple of key positions. I mean, with Nate Davis, we don't really have a lot of backups at the guard position besides David Quisenberry. Of course, Dennis Kelly could move into guard. And you got Ty Sambrailo, who's kind of a swing player as well. But we're hoping to have Davis back. I mean, cramps is not really the worst thing. I think Nate Davis, if it's just cramps, he'll be ready to go week 1. I really do think that. So let's see. Let's see. Facebook says that's a let's see. Facebook's talking about Clowney, which we're about to talk about in a minute. Joseph says Steven could have helped us beat the Bills. And that was something I kept hearing about on the radio as well, on A to Z Sports, actually, was that with a guy like Stephen Gostowski, really could have made, kicking woes cost us probably 2, maybe 3 ball games this past season. Definitely cost us the Buffalo game, was partially why we lost to the Indianapolis Colts as well, was kicking woes. We definitely had those issues. And I believe the Carolina game was, I think Cody Parkey missed a kick in that particular game as well, and nearly cost us the game against the Chargers if it wasn't for a late fourth and goal line stand by the defense. So kicking was a major problem. We could have won 11 games last year if it hadn't been for bad kicks. Again, Santos missed a kick against Indy. We lost by 2. The game against Buffalo, missed 4 kicks. We lose 14-7. 4 kicks, that's 12 points. We could have won it 19-14. And instead of 9-7, we could have been 11-5. Probably could have won the division had it not been for kicks. So, again, I think I like that. Jameson says, like the Titans have truly locked up our kicking game for this year compared to last year. Al Pierce says, sounds like Roberson is just a sprain, which is good news. And I agree. If it's just a sprain, he'll probably be out maybe another week or so or anything like that. So, but I think Roberson should be okay if that is just a sprain. We'll hopefully find out more information on that with the season upcoming. Of course, again, they don't. Coach Vrabel doesn't have to disclose injuries right now until next Wednesday. That's when he's gonna have to start reporting injuries because kickoff will be that following Monday. With that, so hopefully some things get better. And of course, like I said on Saturday, roster will be cut down to 53, and there is going to be 16 guys on the practice squad that you can carry, and that can also include some veterans. So some veterans could be on the practice squad because, of course, everything that happened with COVID-19, you had to make some exceptions, and this is that. So they can add some veterans to the practice squad. So like a Greg Joseph, for example. They may carry 2 quarterbacks, put another quarterback on the practice squad with that. So maybe a Case Keenum or somebody like that could end up on the practice squad because I have heard Trevor Siemian has not looked very good. So we'll definitely have to see about that. So I may come out with a show on Saturday when they do make the roster cuts. I may do a very quick show about that or make my predictions and maybe put it out on Facebook or on social media as far as who I think will make the team and who will probably get cut. So I might do something like that. But we do have those coming up. Now, I like that. King Isaac, what's up with you? Chris Fraser said, if it wasn't for Marcus, we won the division. We would have won the division. Chris, I know how much you don't like Marcus Mariota. It has been quite documented and evident in your Tighten Up for Life group. I know it for a fact. So we don't even have to spin that. But definitely, I mean, yeah, there was a couple of games Marcus could have won. I mean, but hey, after 6 games, we handed it over to Tannehill. You saw what happened. Now, we didn't think it was going to come back, but it has. Clowney Watch 2020 has returned. And as of what I've been hearing lately, as of what I've been hearing just today, it's coming back with a vengeance, with a absolute vengeance. Now, I'm about to play for you a clip from the Pat McAfee show. Shout out to Pat McAfee, by the way. Like that butt whooping you took from Adam Cole on NXT TakeOver last week. But I will say this, though. I will give Pat McAfee credit. As much as I'm probably not a fan of the guy, and I know a lot of us don't like him, Pat McAfee showed some skill. He could have a career in the wrestling world after he does, he's out of football right now. So, I mean, he could theoretically have a career in wrestling. I could see that. He showed some stuff at NXT TakeOver 30. So I was actually a little bit impressed. But let's go ahead and I'm going to show you this clip. I'm going to play this clip for you from the Pat McAfee show. And analyst Charles Robinson was on the show, and he talked about the Clowney situation. So we're definitely going to talk about that. Joseph says that think Roberson will be good and ready for Monday night, week 1. James says a report from Will Loomis of Titan Size says no ligament injury. So that's actually a good thing. We'll definitely see about that. So now to the news everybody's been wanting to talk about. Jadeveon Clowney. And let's see if I can pull up this clip. I'm about to pull it up now for you in just a moment.
How about Jadeveon Clowney? What's going on with him? I assume there's teams interested.
Well, it seems interested, but okay, so the Titans still have not been able to get him in for a physical. I think they're really frustrated. Yannick Ngakoue, that trade did not help him. Okay, so Ngakoue goes to Minnesota. He takes the haircut for $12 million a season, and already you had teams that were staring at Jadeveon Clowney going, we want to offer you $12 million a season. Seattle came out of the box at $12 million a season. for one season for Jadeveon Clowney. He left a deal, so Cleveland offered him 1, 2, and 3 year deals that were all between $17 and $18 million. That's not coming. Any team I've talked to now, that's just not something they'd be interested in offering him. The longer this is gone, I think the less likely it is that he's going to get north of $15 million, and he's not getting anything beyond a 1 year deal. So I said this repeatedly. I'll keep repeating it. I think it's Tennessee and Seattle, and I think it's all on Clowney deciding, really what the number is that he's willing to play for. And if it's sub 15, this I think can get done. Maybe it's 12 or 13 with incentives that could potentially push it, but there's just his market is not great. And then Ngakoue trading, Ngakoue taking $12 million and not winning a no franchise clause in the trade was something that really hurt. Think about this.
Now, so that was Charles Robinson. That was Charles Robinson on the Pat McAfee show talking about Jadeveon Clowney, basically saying at that time, that was a couple of days ago, that it looks like it could be down to Tennessee and Seattle for him. And, of course, the Ngakoue trade that got Ngakoue to Minnesota, he only got $12 million, and there was no new deal done with the Vikings either. So, I mean, there's not really any guarantee that Ngakoue is going to return to the Vikings next season. So, I mean, Minnesota definitely won that, and that one did not help Jadeveon Clowney at all in this situation. So, the fact is, right now, he said it's basically all on Clowney. And a lot of reports are still continuing to come out about this. And a lot of people, people are starting to say right now, Jadeveon Clowney is the one doing this to himself. Clowney by the day is costing himself more and more money. Clowney is killing himself on the market because he thinks he's worth $15, $16, $17, $18 million a year. And he's just not worth that right now. And I know we've been talking about Clowney for the last 6 months. Hear me what I'm saying. 6 months we've been talking about Clowney to the Titans. And it still hasn't happened yet. So we don't know if it's going to happen or not. And the news just keeps growing because this just came out. I believe it's Ian Rappaport and Tom Pelissero from the NFL Network is talking about, and even on ESPN, and some people have mentioned it, that the Saints are pushing hard. The Saints are putting out an all-out assault to get Jadeveon Clowney now. And so that makes things extremely difficult. And, of course, AZ Big said that earlier in the show. He said Saints trying to get Clowney. And that is the report. The Saints are putting out an all-out blitz to get him. And I don't know how much money the Saints have because Michael Thomas just got a new deal. Michael Thomas just got a new deal. Drew Brees is on the hook for a lot of money for this last year. Right now they're closing in on a deal with Alvin Kamara. We don't know how much money the Saints are going to have to do this. And if the Saints get them with the money that they have already tied up in other players, they look like geniuses. Of course, Jameson says Clowney needs to make a decision, clock's ticking. And that's the reports that are coming out is that, any team that wants to sign Clowney, they need to try to get him in before Monday so that they have a full week to practice before kicking off on Sunday and Monday. Remember, the Titans kick off in 10 days. The NFL season itself kicks off this time next week. So at this very time, next Thursday night, the Chiefs and the Texans kick off the 2020 season. The Titans have 10 days to get Jadeveon Clowney here and up to snuff to get ready for Denver Monday night. And so Brandon on Facebook was talking about that, saying Titans and Saints in the hunt for Clowney. Hope to have him on the field Monday. Titans are pushing hard. And that is the report. But here's the things that have also been coming out was that, they've tried to get with his agent, Buzz Cook, to get on the phone with Clowney, and the agent has come out and said, well, I'm trying to get Clowney on the phone. I can't get him on the phone, can't get him in for a physical. And you heard it from Charles Robinson saying that the Titans have gotten frustrated. And I can understand that. And I know us and everybody in the fan base has gotten frustrated with this situation. It's like, make a decision already. And I see Mr. Titan says he thinks he's going to the Saints. Rufus Hughes said, Clowney not coming. I just don't see it. And that could very well be the case. Joseph, Big Hawk, what's up with you, man? What's going on with you? Chef by RD said RD is worse than last year. We need him. Thanks, Saints, for nothing. Let's see. So, right now, it's getting crazy out here with all the news with Jadeveon Clowney swinging up. And, we're definitely going to find out something very soon with that. Facebook says, what are they going to pay him? Hand grenades and vignettes. We're definitely going to see. Let's see. Jameson says, Clowney's issue might be the threat of a franchise tag. That's why he hasn't signed yet. Chris Frazier is saying Saints are trying to redo deals to sign Clowney. So it looks to me, like there could be some things going on, and there's some stuff going on with that. I'm trying to look at some rumors and find out, but it looks like that they're saying that the Saints are trying to create cap space to sign them. And they're saying right now that the Jags are trying to get in the mix too. So I don't know. But it does sound like the Saints, they're putting an all-out blitz. Like the Saints are just all in on trying to get Jadeveon Clowney. So I'm hoping that the Titans do get him. But I don't know. And the thing about it is, and they were talking about it on Jared and the GM today, was that, if we can't get Clowney in for a daggum physical, do we even know if he wants to play football or play for us? That's the craziest question. And so, and rumor had it by Tom Pelissero is that they've talked to Sean Payton a couple of times. So the Saints are definitely in the mix. Like, for example, Jameson says if the Saints sign Clowney, that will say that the Saints playing fast and loose with the salary cap. That could definitely be the case. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it sounds to me like this Clowney chase could be reaching its climax much sooner rather than later. Will the Titans get it done, or will he be heading to the Big Easy? We're definitely going to be finding out. And, I know that we're all sick of this Jadeveon Clowney story, but until it's over, it's going to keep happening. I said a long time ago, what's up, Derek Roberts? How you doing? I said a long time ago that that I was about 75, 80% certain that the Titans were going to get Clowney. Then I went down to about 60%. I think I went down to 45. Now I'm really down to about 25%. I don't know. I'm not very confident right now. And I don't know if J-Rob just has just unwavering faith in Kamale Correa, DeAndre Walker, and Derek Roberson. And I guess Roberson's injury is just not that bad if they're not that. And word is that the Titans are in a desperate situation to try to get him. And if Clowney ends up going to the Saints, we know the fan base is going to be ticked off at John Robinson. Even though everybody loves him, they're going to be ticked off at him because, number one, you couldn't get Clowney, and number two, you might have just blew it with, Vic Beasley is just blowing it right now because he hasn't practiced yet. We're supposed to have Vic Beasley on the team And Vic Beasley hasn't stepped on the field for one practice yet. We don't know what's going on with him. We haven't even heard he's passed the physical yet. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. It could be funny. I think Austin Stanley and Zach on A to Z Sports saying maybe it's because Daquan Jones doesn't want to give up number 90. I don't know. I'll be like, Daquan, give that number up. Put on some other number, 94 or something like that. And so that's something that we got to definitely take a look at. And Rufus says, should have never let Casey go. Now that is starting to look kind of bad. If you don't get Clowney and Beasley doesn't seem like he wants to show up, now you're wondering, why the hell did you trade Jarrell Casey away? It makes you wonder that a lot. Jameson says, what is the status update on Vic Beasley? And we're going to get it to pick my brain in just a second. Honestly, Jameson, I have no idea. I don't know. I'm in the dark just like y'all are. I'm just in the dark just like y'all are. I have no idea what's going on with Vic Beasley. And Derek Roberts says, Beasley didn't want to play for us while signs a contract and refuses to contact the team for 2 weeks. And see, that's the thing. I always kept hearing agree to terms. I don't, and you know what? I'm going to try to see if I can find somebody. I'm going to text Teron Davenport. I'm going to text TD or Teresa Walker. I'm going to try to see, has Vic Beasley actually signed his contract? That is the $1 million question. I know we got agreed to terms. I know we have agreed to terms, but did he actually sign the contract? That is the $1 million question, and that's something I'm going to actually try to find out. And so I'm actually texting TD right now to find out some information. And so give me just a second. So I just text TD right now. I don't know if he'll get back to me. I'm going to try to see what I can find out. But, I mean, that's a problem. That is a problem. And, of course, somebody saying, I guess, fake Adam Schefter, I don't know if that's real or not, saying that Clowney signed a 2-year deal with Baltimore. I don't know how real that is. That doesn't sound real to me at all. We'll definitely have to find out if any type of real news with that. So I mean, we're definitely gonna have to see. But yeah, I mean, right now the Saints are trying to push for him. They're trying to restructure a lot of deals right now to get him. So we're definitely gonna have to find out. And King I said we'll be extremely pissed if we don't get Clowney. I think that's a lot of the fan base will be upset. JJ Waters said they acted like they had Clowney in the bag. And that's true. And I mean, again, if you don't get Clowney, you strike out on Clowney, and Beasley acts like he doesn't want to show up. Do we start to point the finger at John Robinson saying, look, you should have gotten this deal done a long time ago. Why? And so we don't know what's up. And Paulie D says still has to pass physical. That's right. He still ain't passed the physical yet. So that is definitely going to be the question. We don't know. But we're definitely going to be finding something out. And as soon as something happens with Clowney, I'll try to do a quick video, probably on Facebook Live, or and I'll probably do something on social media as far as breaking news. Hopefully it's with the Titans, but we're definitely going to see. But let's pick my brain. Pick my brain. As we've probably had quite a bit of pick my brain as it is talking about Clowney. So, and that's definitely something. Rufus saying Clowney's asking for too much. Don't think he'll get signed. And Al, you might be right. It looks like we might have traded Jarrell Casey for absolutely nothing. All we did was trade him for a 7th-round pick, which we turned into a 6th-round pick in next year's draft. Doesn't help us right now. So I don't know what's going to happen. And look at this. Mike Garafolo saying Saints have been talking to agents for players currently on the roster to see if they can restructure some deals in the coming days. The NFLPA currently has them under $7 million of cap space, so they're working to create room to sign Clowney. I'm not hearing the Titans trying to work anything to get to Clowney. The Saints are definitely trying to do that. Ian Rappaport saying Clowney has been planning to sign before week 1 for months based on having to clear COVID-19 protocols. It has to be by the weekend. Decision time coming. So if they want him on the field, he's going to have to be by Monday. And they're saying that the Titans is making a strong push as well. So the Titans aren't out of this. But the Saints are making it extremely difficult to do this. The Saints, they're acting like they want them. The Titans, J-Rob kind of sat back, and I guess he thought, hey, you know what? Eventually Clowney's going to come. And honestly enough, Jonathan Joseph, you better be talking to him. Jonathan Joseph better be pulling some magic. Talk to your best friend. Get him here. So that's something that we're going to have to find out. But yeah, I'll give you some questions out. Let me see what y'all want to talk about. It could be other than Clowney. Of course, yeah. From Diana Rossini says the Tennessee Titans and the New Orleans Saints are making strong pushes. So the Titans are trying to do everything they can. I don't know why they waited so long. I don't know why the Titans waited so long, but we're definitely going to see. And I'm like this. Did the Titans just decide to go ahead and make a strong push just because it seems like the Saints were making one? That's a very good question. The Titans seem so relaxed, like, you know what? It's us in Seattle. Seattle don't seem to want him. I think he's eventually going to come to us. Now, you're hearing the Saints one in the mix and are pushing hard, and all of a sudden the Titans are like, oh my God, we got to sign him. We got to get him. We got to get him. So it sounds like the Titans didn't get desperate until another team was really pushing hard for them. They were reactive instead of proactive. The Saints were being proactive. The Titans right now look like they're being reactive. But that's just my thought on that. That's just my thinking. I could be wrong. Derek Roberts says, is Gostowski worth it? Derek, I'm going to answer your question with a question. Do you really have a lot of confidence in Greg Joseph or Tucker McCann right now? I would probably say no. I don't think the Titans had a full confidence in them. If so, they would have kept could have kept. Of course, Chris Strasser in my DM on Facebook says, heard the Titans was negotiating money with him. I don't know. I'm sitting back. I'm not in there like that. I wish I was, but I will be on the horn finding out. I'm going to be talking to TD. I'm going to be talking with Mr. Reese. I'm going to be texting with him. So I'm going to try to see if I can find something out. I'm going to try to work on this. I'm definitely going to have to do that. And yes, Clowney does still have to pass a physical, Paulie D. Let's see. I think I saw Hawk. Hawk says, how do you feel about DeAndre Walker? I don't know. I haven't seen him play yet. I've been hearing a lot of good things about him. I've been hearing he's been working hard. He's been coming along good. And everything, but I haven't seen him in game action yet. And we didn't have a preseason, so I haven't seen him in game action yet. So I don't know. As Jameson says, agreed. The Casey trade is looking worse and worse, especially with this mess, Clowney and Beasley continuing. That's true. It is making that look bad. King Ozzy said, traded Casey for a bag of Doritos. That is what it seems like. That is definitely what it seems like. Derek says, heck no. I'm like, you're right. Exactly. Cali Boy says, I wonder if Clowney is hurt more than we realize. Can't pass physical. That's why he ain't signed. You know what? And the thing about it is, he hasn't rushed to come in for a physical with any team. So it does make you wonder. That is an excellent point. It does make you wonder. Is Clowney really 100% healthy? Or is he still hurting a little bit? Because that could very well be possible. Clowney could still be hurt. Because he did have surgery in the offseason. So he technically could still be hurt. What's up with Darrington Evans' injury? Al Pierce said. Now, I saw, I think on Bleacher Report this morning, that Darrington Evans and Christian Fulton were set to return for practice. So they may have practiced today. Of course, now that training camp is over, reporters aren't exactly able to be at practice, so they can't tell you, hey, this person was in or that person didn't practice. But word was that Christian Fulton and Darrington Evans did return to practice today. And I'm actually going to see where I found that. Give me just a second. Okay, that was on Music City Miracles. That was on Music City Miracles website. That's when they were saying Darrington Evans and Christian Fulton could return for practice. And that was from, that was courtesy of Music City Miracles, Jimmy Morris. So that is actually some very good news. And now they were saying Vic Beasley might do some work and get off of that non-football injury list. So he's in the building. He's doing some work, but it ain't a practice yet. So that's something that we're definitely going to have to find out with that. So let's see. I'm going to get a couple more questions in here. Ruth says, still can't believe they wasted a draft pick on a quarterback only to let him walk. I don't know. They may bring Cole McDonald back on the practice squad. That could be something that can happen too. Derek also brings in, think Isaiah Wilson ready to start. From what I'm hearing, not yet. He's not ready yet. From what I'm hearing, Isaiah Wilson, not ready yet. Definitely not ready yet. Chris Frazier says if Clowney does come, could be an elite defense, top 10. I agree. That's if he comes. Joe Hawk says I'm low key excited for Walker. Looks like he could be a beast. We'll definitely find out. Parrish says who we gotta fight for giving Zion. Who we gotta fight for giving Zion that 1B. I'm not exactly sure what you're referring to. Now, Ja Morant, my guy Ja won Rookie of the Year. So I'm definitely glad he got 99 out of 100% of the vote. So he won anyway. Chris comes in. You know what, Chris? I'm about to talk to you. Because it seems like you're in the media. You seem to get a lot of news about what's going on. He said that they practiced. Okay, he said 1 vote. I don't know. I don't care. Ja Morant's the Rookie of the Year, and he's going to be an all-star for long. Let's see. Nate practiced too. So, Christopher, you're saying Nate Davis practiced. If so, let me know. Facebook says, what do you think about Gostowski? Wasn't expecting it. Glad it happened. That much is true. I'll check that out. Joe said a bag of Doritos. That much is true. That's what it looked like we got for Jarrell Casey, a bag of Doritos. But thank y'all for the questions. I'll pick my brain. I'll also talk to y'all off the air as well. So that's something that, we're definitely going to see where this Clowney story goes. It looks like it's definitely picking up steam, and it's picking up steam very, very quickly. And actually, I just got a text from TD. Let me see what he said. Just got a text. I said, has Vic Beasley actually signed his contract? He said, yes, of course. That's why he reported. Spoke to him today. And so, he said he spoke to Beasley today. So I'm asking him, how does he look? So, I'm talking with T. That's coming from TD. That's coming from Teron Davenport, ESPN, actually texted me back. So that's something that's important. Chris, I will be inboxing you in just a bit. Rufus says Saints and Titans got players calling, texting. Clowney now. Saints and Titans got players call and texting Clowney now, and Jaguars are trying to get in the picture. Yes, that's something I saw too. Was that the Jags are trying to get in the picture. I don't know why he would go to Jacksonville because they completely stink in the worst possible fashion. So I don't know why he would go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's a dumpster fire. Darryl Robinson says, how much is Beasley's contract? He's guaranteed $6 million of $9.5 million is guaranteed. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That is definitely the truth. So I'm actually going to text you as we speak on Facebook. So, I'm actually going to hit you up. So he said, don't worry about the Jags. But we're going to get ready to wrap up the show. We're getting ready to wrap up the show because I know we've been in 46 minutes. So let's get ready to wrap up this show and everything because we lost two amazing people. We lost two amazing people this week. We lost actually last week. First off was my guy, the Black Panther himself. Played James Brown, played Thurgood Marshall, played Jackie Robinson. My guy, the late Chadwick Boseman, a.k.a. Black Panther. He passed away last week due to stage 4 colon cancer. And, this is a private battle that he was dealing with. He didn't tell anybody about what was going on. And, he still, not only did he do all of his movies, this was back in 2016. I want to say this was maybe after doing 42. I don't know. I'm trying to remember if he did 42 before or after, but I know he did Black Panther. He did Avengers, both Infinity War and Endgame. I believe he did 42 and Marshall after he was diagnosed. He pushed through all of this, still trying to get treatment, go through chemo, go through therapy, and all the treatments, trying to beat this thing. And it just got progressive, and it got very, very, very aggressive. And when I heard this news, I was shocked. I was speechless. I didn't know what to say or what to think. Because I'm like, I'll be perfectly honest. Chadwick Boseman was one of my modern day heroes. This guy was playing in every great movie and was having a terrific career. Could have been on his way to being Denzel Washington, well, in his spot. And I am so heartbroken. I am so hurt when I heard this news. I'm hurting now that Chadwick Boseman passed away at the young age of 40, I want to say 42. So, for Chadwick Boseman, all I got to say is 2 words. Wakanda forever. And the Black Panther will live forever. Rest in heaven, rest in power, rest in peace to my guy, Chadwick Boseman. I am going to miss you, brother. I really am. And last but not least, if y'all see me throwing my towel over my shoulder, it also meant we lost a coaching legend. The legendary Georgetown Hoyas head coach, John Thompson, passed away this week as well at the age of 78, if I'm not mistaken. He passed away. I mean, an amazing basketball coach. I mean, he groomed some great young African-American talent at Georgetown. And he got great talent everywhere. This man was responsible. He was the first African-American head coach to win a national championship. First one. And he's coached many greats and future Hall of Famers. He's gotten Hall of Famers. Patrick Ewing, Alonzo Mourning, AI. Just to name a few. Just to name a few. He's touched the lives of a lot of basketball players. Went coached up against Michael Jordan in the national championship between Georgetown and North Carolina. An absolute Hall of Fame legend. And like I said, his son is coaching the team right now. And AZB, there you go. Thank you. I forgot about that. Lou Olson passed away recently as well. The great Arizona head coach. So we lost two college basketball Hall of Fame legends this week. So rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman, John Thompson, and Lou Olson. We've lost a lot of good ones this year. Kobe and his daughter Gigi, the honorable frat brother John Lewis. May he fly forever. And now Chadwick Boseman, John Thompson, and Lou Olson. Jameson said he showed true grace. He showed true grace and strength. And he sure did. He most certainly did. And also, before I get out here, and I thank Joseph for this, I hope everything is okay with The Rock, with Dwayne The Rock Johnson's family. He came out and, of course, said he dealt with COVID-19. He tested positive for COVID-19. I believe his whole family got COVID-19, but it looked like everybody's recovered. And also the phenomenal AJ Styles. If you have been watching SmackDown, you haven't seen him because he dealt with COVID-19 as well. But he says he's better now. It's been about a month. So, hope everything is all right. Paris Sharkey says, rest in peace, Cliff Robinson, former Portland Trailblazer. I forgot about some of these guys that passed away, but we did lose some great people this past week. Billy Scott, what's going on? But y'all, that is all the time I have for this show. Make sure, again, y'all follow, subscribe to the channel, spread the word if you haven't already. And hopefully we get some good breaking news on Jadeveon Clowney much sooner rather than later. And word is Titans and Saints are trying to get players to get them. They're trying to get them. And honestly enough, you would think we would have an advantage with Vrabel, with Joseph, with Anthony Midget. You would think the Titans have an advantage over the Saints. But the only thing for sure is that nothing is for sure. Said by the Stinger, Sting. Great WCW and Hall of Fame wrestler. So everybody, thank y'all for tuning in to Titans and Truth tonight. I'm your man, Chris, a.k.a. Blue Enforcer. Thank y'all for that. And James said, can we just agree 2020 sucks? Absolutely, I can agree on that. I can agree. 2020 for the birds. Only thing I'm glad to look forward to is football. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm going to holler at y'all. And y'all have an amazing night. Indeed. And I got to give a shout out. I got to play some music of a man who's been very impressive on Monday Night Raw recently. His new theme song. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna get out with y'all with this. This is from Monday Night Raw. Y'all hear the music in the background. Good night, y'all.